Hey guys, what is going on? Mad Space here, bringing you another video. If you guys don't already know, Kazuya has been released for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and with that, a new balance patch was also released. So in today's video, we're going to be going over the changes, see which characters are involved, and see if it affects their place in the meta. So the first character we're going to be talking about is Marth. He actually got a lot of buffs. He has increased hitboxes to his dash attack, up tilt and down tilt, and then he got damage and knockback increases to his dash attack and up tilt. Now when it comes to buffs and how it affects your place in the meta or in the tier list, usually changes to improve frame data or consistent or safe kill potential is what really improves a character. So I think that these changes from Marth are actually really good. Dash attack can kill really early at the ledge through tech chases. Up tilt was already a pretty good anti-air option, so giving it these buffs is only going to help it even more. And to be able to get the tipper down tilt a little bit easier, and being easier to connect the tipper of down tilt makes his neutral a little bit better, especially against characters that like to stay grounded. So Marth has pretty much been in Lucina's shadow due to consistency and basically a better overall matchup spread. I'm not sure if these changes will put Marth on Lucina's level, but for a top player to be able to take advantage of these changes, I do expect Marth to see an uptick in usage. That's just how I feel. Now the next couple of characters have only received one change. First, let's talk about Young Link. Up smash received the change so that it was easier to hit multiple times. Moves with multiple hitboxes can be janky sometimes, so making them more consistent is always a good thing. I don't think it affects Young Link's place in the meta at all. Yeah, he can kill with up smash a little bit easier and a little bit more consistency, especially against like light characters or if you have a lot of rage, but that doesn't necessarily change his matchup spread. Alomar also received only one change. From what I understand, this just means that the hitbox lasts a little bit longer on his forward smash. I'm not even sure if Alomar really needed this change. He's already a pretty good character, borderline top tier, so this doesn't really change any of that for me. Now for Rosalina and Luma, they made it so that during her side B, Luma would be in front when they B reverse the move. I actually didn't even know that this was an issue. It seems like a basic thing that they would make it so that Luma was in front when you use this move at any point, unless they're desynced. But this does improve Rosa's spacing a bit, especially when you want to mix up your movement and stuff like that and still do a little bit of chip damage. But this change doesn't really address Rosa's issues. She's pretty light and a little bit slow, so this change doesn't affect her place in the meta at all. Now all the Mii fighters received buffs, so let's just go through them one by one. Mii Brawler's flashing Mach Punch got an increase of range. His default side B onslaught got an increase to power and knockback. The neutral down B head-on assault also got an increase in knockback, but also more power against shields. So now it kind of acts more like Bowser's down B. Mii Brawler is a little bit of a strange case. He has like a ridiculously good combo game, really good kill potential, but he kind of has like Mario syndrome where he can be a really good character, but he's kind of just like spaced out against disjoints, projectiles and stuff like that. So yeah, this does make him a little bit more scary, but it's just gonna make people camp him out even more, so I don't think this makes him any better. Mii Sword Fighter got a ton of buffs. His neutral side B airborne assault got an increase in power and knockback. The neutral up B stone scabbard got increase of power to the last hit and also increase in knockback. The neutral down B got more invincibility. It comes out faster, and I think there's a little bit less lag when it hits. And the second custom power thrust also comes out a little bit faster. Out of all the Miis, I think Mii Sword Fighter has the most potential. He has a few good pokes, some good damaging moves, really good kill potential, decent neutral. These changes might make him a little bit better because with the increase in knockback, he would be able to kill heavier opponents a little bit sooner. But against like really fast characters like, let's say, Joker, Sheik, Fox, stuff like that, doesn't really help them at all because all those characters have tools to be able to get around these buffs. So there's a potential that some losing matchups may become even here. Overall, these are really good changes for Mii Sword Fighter. Next, we have Mii Gunner. First custom for the neutral special Laser Blaze. They made it so that you can put more inputs so you can spam it a little bit more. The default up B Lunar Launch comes out a little bit faster. First custom for up B Cannon Jump Kick has more invincibility. And then the second custom for down B has less ending lag. I'm not sure what these changes do for Mii Gunner. Admittedly, I don't know much about the character. I know that Laser Blades is not usually the move that Mii Gunner players use. Basically, the only real legitimate change is making the recovery a little bit better, whether you're using Lunar Launch or Cannon Jump Kick. I don't think these changes are going to change Mii Gunner's place in the meta. The next character they only have one change for is Ryu. Let me make sure I pronounce this correctly. His Shekinetsu Hadoken will connect a lot easier now, a similar change to Young Link's up smash. This is obviously just unnecessary and a good change for Ryu because inconsistency in hitboxes are always really annoying. But is it going to change his matchup spread? No. Now Bayonetta also got some buffs. The last hit to her rapid jab got an adjusted launch angle, which sends their opponent a little bit lower, and also more knockback. Down smash comes out a little bit faster, and Witch Time actually slows your opponent a little bit more when it's against the projectile. Now these are the type of changes that I'm talking about when it comes to buffing a character. For the rapid jab, yeah, the added kill potential is really good, but the adjusted launch angle is also really good because it sets up for edge guards a little bit easier, and with Bayonetta's incredible recovery, making it so that her edge guarding is already pretty good, it's going to make it a little bit better to kill characters with bad recoveries and gimp them. So that's really good. Down smash coming out a little bit faster might mean you'll be able to two-frame a little bit easier, spike people that mess up their recoveries and stuff like that. And if you're facing a character that's trying to keep you away with projectiles, maybe a Samus, say Villager or Isabelle, using Witch Time against characters like that could potentially lead to a pretty hard punish. These changes do make Bayonetta better. I'm not sure if it changes her bad matchups, but it does make the neutral matchups and her good matchups a lot more consistent. Banjo and Kazooie also got some buffs. Up tilt and forward smash received more knockback, while they adjusted back air's launch angle to make it a little bit lower, just like Bayonetta's change to her rapid jet. Up tilt was already really strong, so I'm not sure if they needed to change that. Forward smash also was already really strong, although the back air change is really nice to help gimp characters and make his edge guarding a little bit scarier. Up tilt is also a little bit scarier because Banjo has setups into up tilt, so light characters are going to want to watch out for that. Next we have Min Min, who was actually nerfed a little bit. Her up smash comes out a little bit slower, it has less knockback, and I think the reflection hitbox comes out a little bit slower. And for her up special, it grabs the edge a little bit slower too. I don't think essentially changing only one move on Min Min is going to nerf her all that much. What's really good about Min Min is just being able to keep people out while at the same time having incredible kill potential while not committing too much. Up smash was a good option at a shield, so maybe some characters will actually be able to block once they land when they're trying to shield pressure, but I don't think this makes Min Min that much worse, if at all. Pyra got some changes, but it seems like they're just for consistency's sake. While charging forward smash, sometimes you wouldn't be able to like grab or hit them because their hitbox was in a weird position, so they made it so that you can actually hit them. And it seems like they made Pyra's rapid jab a little bit more consistent. Mythra also received both of these changes, but her neutral B also received the change where she does less knockback against heavy opponents and more knockback against lighter opponents. And her directional air dodge has less invincibility frames. These are not changes that are going to make Pyra or Mythra any better or worse. The biggest change here is probably the shortened invincibility time for Mythra. All the other changes are not meta defining. They're not going to improve her matchups. They're not going to improve her kill potential. These just seem like changes that they felt like they should have made ever since the release of Pyra and Mythra, especially since they were the recent newest DLC character. Like I said, I think these changes were just for consistency's sake. Aside from Mythra's air dodge, which is actually a pretty big change. And I wanted to cover this one last because this isn't really like a nerf, more so than kind of like a fix. But for Steve, there was a glitch where you can like go through the stage with side B, and so basically they just fixed that glitch. So that's pretty much it. These are all the changes that happened in patch 12.0. These were mostly just buffs, which is really good. I don't like seeing nerfs unless it's absolutely necessary. So overall, I think this was a pretty good patch. Sakurai confirmed that the next DLC character will be the last. So I'm wondering if the next patch will be the last one, or maybe they'll update the game even after the last DLC character is released. That is yet to be determined. But anyway guys, that is the end for this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.